Hi everyone, this is Cody Smith. Welcome to my channel, Cody Smith, Pure Sport with Christ. The thing I'm wanted to ask in this video is, are there any questions that anybody has? Because I know I've asked this question at least once before, but I want to know as I'm going through my videos, as I'm talking about the different chapters of my book and the situation, what questions, curiosities, concerns does the audience have? Because I want you to know the truth, and I want you to know what I've been through as one real life case example. So, is there any question that maybe has been burning at the back of your mind that you're kind of hesitant to ask or anything like that? Because I want to know and I want to be able to help you truly understand. That's why I ask this. I want everyone to know that it's okay to ask questions and voice concerns and voice, if there's anything about life with a disability that's been nagging or burning at the back of your mind, you know, what is it you want to know? Because I'll try to answer, even though, of course, I don't know everything about disabilities or, you know, all disabilities. I can't tell you everything, even about mine, but I'll tell you what I know, and hopefully, that can kind of shed some light. So that's why I say this. And I want everyone to know that I'm still working on chapter 10, which is about my college years. And next is going to be after college, which unfortunately I had to leave college due to a neck injury, so I didn't graduate. But I've continued to study apologetics myself through different YouTube channels and reading books and things like that. But I want everyone to know that, it's okay to ask questions and leave comments because I want to be as conversational with my audience as I possibly can, as I said before, because I want us to be able to, you know, have a free space to where you could ask me questions, I give you answers, and you don't have to be nervous about holding back, and we can clear the air and satisfy everyone's curiosities and, what you truly see, through my eyes, what it's like to have a disability firsthand. Even though I can't give you a disability, I just want you to see, at least again through my eyes as a person who does have a disability, what it's really like. Because I know there are a lot of stereotypes and, myths that I'm trying to dispel because people with disabilities can do the things that everyone else can. It just may take a different approach, may take a little more time, may have to do it a bit more slowly. You know, it may be you need an extra piece of equipment to help you with it, because you're trying to make up for, lack of mobility in a certain body part. You may have to, depending on the disability, you may have to kind of water down the training a bit so it's more simplified and goes maybe at a slightly slower pace so it's easier to understand. It could be anything depending on the person and the disability and how it affects them and, how that individual person works through it. That is why I'm saying this, and I'll get more into that in the incoming chapters, like chapter 11 and 12, as I talk about learning apologetics and, going through life after college. Because I will say that my neck injury has left me in a wheelchair 24/7 because I've suffered severe nerve damage. So, now I'm completely physically dependent on my family, but at the same time, I still try to be at least intellectually independent and make my own decisions and things like that. So those that's how I get through life, and I try to learn and study things like apologetics, and I try to find the right resources to put in my book and truly study it and find the best things that I can, not only for myself but for the general public who I hope reads this book, because I want you to have a first-hand account of what life is like with a disability, so you can, you know, see the truth firsthand, and it's right there. And I'm trying to be as vulnerable as I can be and let everyone know it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to voice your curiosities, and I will try to answer them. But I want everyone to keep in mind I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for everyone. Because as I've said multiple times in my book, disability is not a one size fits all. It varies person to person, case to case, because we all have our own individual struggles. We all, you know, overcome different milestones and things like that, and that's no different than anybody else who doesn't have a disability. So that's another thing we have in common, and that's what I want the world to know is we all have a lot more in common than we have, you know, different. So I want everyone to know that, and I want everyone to know that disabilities, yeah, they may restrain us in some ways from being able to be independent, but they don't make us any less human or any less worthy of compassion and love and acceptance than anyone else, because everyone is worthy of those things because everyone is fully human. So we should be working together as opposed to against each other. And that's why I say this. And I truly, truly care and want everyone to know that. That is why I'm trying to open up and be as, you know, compassionate and open to discussion as I possibly can. So feel free to let me know how you feel and what you think and what you want to know. I invite anyone and everyone. I don't care who wants to know what they want to know. Just please voice it, and I will try to answer it if I can. Because again, I don't know everything. There might be a question I don't know the answer to. Hopefully, I can help you find it, even if I personally don't know it. That's what I'm trying to do in order to dispel the stereotypes and myths and show you the truth firsthand. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. And again, please leave your questions and comments in the comment section. And please let me know if there's anything specific you want me to make a video about or address in my book or both. And I gladly will, because I want to be as interactive as possible with my audience. That is why I'm leaving this open to the audience to give me topic ideas and, you know, questions and comments so we can turn this into a conversation. That is why I'm doing this. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. And don't forget, to try to look at each other just as human beings and try to learn each other's story before making a judgment about others. Because you're human, I'm human, we're all human fully, and we all deserve to be treated that way. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow for another video. Bye, everyone.